How much difference does your tax rate make in terms of how early or late you can retire? Will it save you 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, or 10 years? Let's look at our example here of my friend who is 35. He is currently projected to retire at age 85, and his current tax rate is set at 15%. So because he is withdrawing $75,000 per year, he's going to be paying 15% tax. That's just down to his tax jurisdiction and the makeup of his portfolio. So his withdrawal will be $88,235. Now, if you've watched the other videos, you'll know that he has this trajectory because of how all the other variables come together, okay? He has a portfolio of 100,000. The growth rate is 6% on the way up. He is adding 6K to that annually. He's withdrawing 75K. The post-portfolio growth rate is at 4%, and he has a leave behind goal of 200K at the end of his life. He'll be taxed at 15%. He won't be adding any additional income. He has a cash buffer of 3 years, and he's working with 2.5% inflation rate. So with all of that in mind, he can retire at the age of 35. But what if he was able to change his tax rate? How much difference is this going to make? Let's change it down to 0. We've gone from 85.5 to 84 and 1 month. Back, 85 and 7 months we were. So we are saving 1.5 years. And what if it went up to 30%? You're adding about the same, about 1.5 years. And if it goes up to 50%, he's at 90 now instead of the 85. Okay, so actually not a huge difference. And this is what upsets me about a lot of retirement tools out there. They're all very much focused on helping people when they get to retirement to optimize for taxes, to pay less in taxes. But in the grand scheme of things, it actually doesn't really make that much difference. And this is an orange lever. So it's a lever that you only have some control over. How can you control this? I think there's 2 major ways. One is deciding which assets to invest in the first place. So how is your portfolio made up? And this would be something you add into your current portfolio. If you use the advanced option, you can add any type of investment, the value. And here you would say, is it taxable or tax-free? And we will actually take that into consideration if you go ahead and run the AI tax calculation estimate. So I could put in Germany, for example, and I could run an estimate and learn a little bit about what taxes might I likely be paying, and it will actually reflect what I have already said in my portfolio. You just need to know is it taxable or not taxable, and that's how we can look at income tax and capital gains tax. Okay, so that's something to have a play with. If I were in Germany with this portfolio, it looks like I might expect to pay 24%, so higher than my friend. The other way you might look at minimizing your taxes is, of course, at that age when you want to go into retirement, you might just decide to completely change your tax jurisdiction, give up your tax residency in the country you're in, move to another country that maybe has 0 capital gains tax, and then you're able to sell off your assets year by year and not really pay any tax or maybe very minimal tax on that. But in the grand scheme of things, this is a lever that you don't have that much control over. It is what it is, and it doesn't actually impact your total freedom age as much as other levers do. With that in mind, have a play with different tax rates, log into your account. It takes 1 minute and it's completely free. Tell me what you think.